Hello, this is Kate and welcome to the Ordinary Earth Song. Right, so I have just done a reading. I'm doing another one now because, again, I've been told I need to, so I'm doing one. Okay, cool. So, this one is taken from, is guided by the channeled writing I've been doing, which I asked AI to refine down into the points that were being made in this document, because it's like really long. And I was being lazy, so I asked AI to do it for me, and it did, and it came up with I think it's 11 things that this document currently has written into it. I've already done living beyond the mind. Now the next one I'm doing right now is time as a construct. Oh no, I'm not doing time as a construct. I'm not doing that one. I've done living beyond the mind, and I've just seen I'm supposed to be doing the human story and the limits of perception. Interesting, considering the reading I've just done is about becoming your own mystical detective. So let's see what this says. Humanity lives inside a narrative shaped by those who record it. History is not objective, it is curated. We know only a fraction of what has ever been, and even that fraction is filtered through culture, power, and perspective. Yet beneath all this lies a simple truth. Believing in yourself is not confidence, it is remembering you are your own wisdom. Oh, interesting. Considering in the other reading, confidence was about trusting yourself. It's about remembering, because one of the cards in the other reading was remembrance. It's remembering your own wisdom. And it was all about listening to your inner internal voice and your internal guidance and the fact that you are your own internal guidance system. So believing in yourself is not confidence, it is remembering your own wisdom. When you act from love, trust, and inner knowing, yes, you cannot harm others. You align with something greater than the human story. Interesting. I should have read that when I was doing other reading. Oh well, never mind. I'm doing this now. That's why I had to do it straight away, right? So this is a follow-up. Humanity lives inside a narrative shaped by those who record it. So yes, it's always recorded by the winners. It's always recorded by the people with the loudest voices. It's recorded by the people, from all the different perspectives as well. History is not objective, it is curated. We know only a fraction of what has ever been, and even that fraction is filtered through culture, power, and perspective. Oh, see. Sorry, I just think that's so sexy. Yet beneath all of this lies a simple truth. Believing in yourself is not confidence, it is remembering your own wisdom. When you act from love, trust, and inner knowing, you cannot harm others. You align with something greater than the human story. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm doing tarot for this one, I think. Yes, I am. And I'm using these ones. And I have been told I need to use... Where have they gone? Huh. Oh. Ah, here we go. White Light Oracle. I need to put one of these cards back in there. Okay. So I'm going to draw this one first. These cards are incredible. The book is extremely wordy, but I was immediately drawn to these. So that's what we're using. This is The White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild, who's done about 1 billion Oracle card decks, and they're all mainly, all of them, most of them are great. Okay, let's give us a card then, please, to expand on this message of the human story and the limits of perception. Ooh, that one. Cupio Dissolvi. Cupio Dissolvi. Sounds promising, doesn't it? Looks like... Now, this is an androgynous being. Bit of nippleage going on there. I'm going to have to read the book on this one. I probably won't read the whole thing because it will be a couple of pages long at least. Cupio Dissolvi. I'm getting their heart centre. You can see why. I'm sorry about the shadows. Can't quite get the lighting. Oh, no, don't do that. There's a crystal hanging off the light. Oh, I don't like it. Stop it. Shadow, light. It's annoying. I can't lower it either. Can I do that? Hang on, I'm just going to play around for a second. 1 sec. Can I do that? Don't know if I can whilst I'm filming. No, I can't. I thought I could put the torch on. But you can't do that whilst you're filming. It's worth a try. Anyway, heart centre. Perceptions from the heart centre. Perception. Interesting, I was talking to a friend the other day and we were talking about perception and consciousness and where it is. And he was saying, because he's interested in science and stuff, and he was saying that they can't identify where consciousness sits in the body. Because they know it's not just in the brain, but they've been doing studies and they've finally worked out, and I think it's kind of obvious, but consciousness sits in the entire body because it's the whole thing. It's all the senses. It's every element that the body holds within. It's within the body, right? And the heart center is key. And now, this isn't something he said because he wouldn't, because he's all very sciencey. But from my perspective and from what I'm being told, the heart center is key. And I was saying to him actually that they've actually found that there are neurons in the heart, and the heart has its own little mini brain. So, and he said that they actually found neurons somewhere else in the body as well. I can't remember if it was the kidney or the liver. It might have been the stomach. I don't know. It was one of those. But it's like the entire body is full of neurons. It's full of nerve endings. It's the entire thing. The entire 3D body is this shell for the consciousness that is each and every single one of us. And this card feels like the emanation of consciousness. It's the meditation. It's the connection to perception, because perception is key. Dunka. Right, let's have a look. What does this card say? It is time to let go. Things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise and is leading you on a soul healing journey and the right spiritual path. Spirit wants to bring you a blessing and a resolution, but you must let go and allow it to happen. Events are unfolding according to the higher plan. Even if your plans are going awry, know that all will come together at the right time and in the best way possible. Surrender your struggle and hold on to your faith. The Latin phrase cupio dissolvi refers to... See, I can't speak Latin. I've got no idea if that's how you pronounce it. Probably not, right? Anyway, the Latin phrase cupio dissolvi refers to a desire to dissolve, to be absorbed into the luminosity of the soul where there is beauty, relief and peace. To enter into such a state requires a loosening of our attachments and fixations upon our problems in the physical world. This does not mean we deny our troubles in letting go. We give spirit permission to heal the state of heart and mind that has led us into these difficulties. It can be surprising just how much we hold on to things we wish to be freed from. It might help you let go if you reflect on what would be different if this problem is no longer in your life. Sometimes we might hold on to pain, hoping to gain acknowledgement from a certain person who may just lack the emotional capacity and spiritual development to grant us a heartfelt apology. Sometimes we punish ourselves by holding on to pain, holding impossible or unhelpful standards of human perfection when we could forgive ourselves and move on. Spiritually, we have the power to forgive and free ourselves and others. There is so much to be gained in doing so. It is a way to heal the heart from emotional poison, awaken inner peace and freedom, and move forward with our lives. As we forgive and enter the temple of the heart, we can see beautiful visions of what is now possible. Feelings of euphoria may awaken. We realize we have set ourselves free from the past. A constraint that once weighed heavily upon our hearts has been cast off by a spiritual will. Knowing we have such a beautiful power then can bring gratitude and wonder into our hearts. In the spiritual landscape of the heart, we let go of what we think and engage with what we feel. The true mystical experience of divine love is not just emotional, it is transfiguring. It helps us transform ourselves and our lives. This oracle guides you to immerse yourself in a spiritual light within your heart. A beautiful and uplifting outcome is being offered to you. Trust in spirit, let go and receive. Believing yourself is not confidence, it is remembering your own wisdom. And when you do that, when you can't act from love, trust and inner knowing, you can't harm others. You can align with something greater than the human story. It's all about perceptions. The limits of perceptions. What limits our perceptions? What limits who we are? What limits who we choose to be? What limits the thoughts that spur us on? What limits the path that we intend to take, or the choices that we intend to make, the decisions that will take us to the next step of our life experience? What limits us? What limits our perceptions? Because it's our perceptions that really take us to where we want to be. It's our perceptions that tell us this is what I want. It's our perceptions that tell us we don't like that, we do like this. We don't want that, we do want that. It's our perceptions that judge. It's our perceptions. When we think about history and historical perceptions and the things that happened to us in the past, how accurately do we remember them? How much do we distort them? How much do we forget? Which bits do we remember and which bits don't we remember? I mean, we're never going to really know that because we don't remember the things we don't remember, right? There's something about the past, a lived experience. They've done studies where they have found that people only remember the things that they held on to. They really held on to. And other things tend to drift, sort of fade. And therefore memories become a collection of events and times and people and things that we held on to the most rather than everything. I think it'd be too overwhelming to remember everything. I mean, some people do. They must have strategies to deal with that. I'm definitely not one of them. I'm someone that tends to move on very quickly from things, although I still have things that I hold on to, and I know that I have distorted them because I've looked back at them and I've written them down, and then I've re-looked at them and I've thought about it from other people's perspectives, perceptions, and really thought about what that really would look like for them with the interaction with me at that time as well. It's not an easy process. But this goes back to the history thing. History is not objective, it is curated. We know only a fraction of what has ever been. So if we think about that, we know most of what's happened in our own lives because we do remember it. But how well do we remember it? Do we remember it completely, or do we remember it without judgment? Do we remember it without, subjectivity? Are we objective? Are we impartial? No, because we can't be. It's our own experience. So our own experiences live through the eyes of perception. And what eyes of perception were we looking through at the time? What eyes of perception did we look back at it in the future? And what eyes of perception are we looking at it now? Because every time we've looked back at it, it might have altered slightly, it might have changed slightly, it might have become something slightly different. What's the message here? Is there an overarching message that can be shared with the group, please? Because that would be useful, actually. Right, let's see. These are the World Reflections card deck. So let's see what comes out. I'm not going to put any more of the white light cards. I'm going to go straight into tarot now. Oh my goodness. Okay, no. Oh my goodness, these are slippery cards. Okay, let's have a look. Come here. I say that and that one's popping out now. Go look at that last. Okay, fine. Whoa. Goodness me. Okay. Ooh. Right, these are straddling. Shuffling more. Two more cards. Nope, four more cards. The moon. We have the world. We have 10 of Pentacles, which is in the shadow, and we have 2 of Wands. Balance. This looks like a good spread, man. I mean, look how positive this is. It's really growing. This is really nurturing. This is coming to that point of perceived perfection, right? Family, friends, togetherness, relationships, wholeness. It's earthy, it's grounded. Then we have the 2 of Wands. When I first saw that, I thought it was a wheelchair, but that's a bicycle. Celebration there. A bit of a... That's the world. That's the world. I thought that was a glitter ball. That's the world. This lighting's driving me nuts now, actually. I don't like it. Stop it. Can I do that? That's just going to make it... Okay, that's... Oh, irritating. See, I'm faffing big time styly. And then we've got the Hierophant on the bottom. Okay. The world is coming home to her. Coming home. Illuminating the thoughts in the dark. Illuminating the darkness. Intuition. Guidance systems, illuminating the guidance system, illuminating the ability to trust yourself through wisdom, your own wisdom, your own internal guidance system, the confidence to listen to your own wisdom, because she's pretty damn wise, right? So's the world. The world is very settled, very calm, very confident, very nurturing, very everything. This is settled. This feels really settled. This feels like someone who's listening to their own internal guidance system. This feels like someone who is understanding their own internal guidance system and going with that specific flow, allowing it to happen, and listening to the wisdom from within, trusting themselves, guided, whole, nurtured wholeness. What's this card? Spirit Bear of 396 Hertz. Brother Bear. Oh, I haven't watched that film in ages. Brother Bear springs to mind. Love that film. Brother gets turned into a bear. They don't have a great relationship, and then when he gets turned into a bear, they develop a relationship with himself as well as his brother. They get to know each other, and they have an internal awakening of themselves and them. I believe. I need to watch that film again. Actually, it's been like a decade since I watched that. Brother Bear, I love that film. Spirit Bear. Let's read the book. That will probably be the last card, I think. Let's find out. Oh, I opened it straight to Spirit Bear. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotion will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. Because you have an internal guidance system, you have an internal wisdom, you have an internal truth, and you can trust it. Because it's the same internal truth that everybody has. It's just that not everybody's able to hear it. They don't listen to it. And when they do listen to it, they only hear some of what it's saying. And it needs to fit into, normally it needs to fit into what they are believing at the time, what they're perceiving as the truth at the time. Because that's the veil. Those are the veils that we all live under. We have these veils of perception that only allow us to see an element of truth that is in front of us, or that is we're being guided to understand. And we can only see it through this veil, through the lens of what we are currently thinking is possible, what we are currently invested in, what we currently feel validated to believe in. So that's a veil that we look through. It's a lens that we look through. But as we pull them away, we grow, we expand, and we are able to see more and more in a personal truth. And that allows us to grow as an individual. It allows us to trust ourselves. It allows us to trust the wisdom and to seek more clarity within the wisdom, and to not completely fall into the trap of this is 100% fundamentally true about anything. Because you start thinking that way, you limit your options to that truth only. There's no other way. There's no expansion. But expansion is about retaining your personal power, retaining your personal wisdom, retaining your personal guidance system, and allowing yourself to expand beyond your current belief systems. Allowing yourself to remember history, to allow yourself to see history from different perspectives, from a third perspective, from an impartial perspective, from another person's perspective, to allow yourself to grow from the process of doing that activity, because it's the growth of you. It's the growth of your perception. And as you grow within that perception of yourself, you grow in strength, you grow in power, you grow in understanding of you and your impact on the world around you and the people around you. And as you grow in that, you do less and less harm to others. But you also understand that if you do harm to somebody else, accidentally or intentionally, there's a growth opportunity from that for both you and the other person. There's always a growth opportunity. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon be manifest. The frequency of 396 Hertz is deeply nurturing and protective. It is the heart frequency of the Universal Mother protecting her young. I'm not reading all of this, by the way, it's too long. Protecting her young, deflecting negativity and refusing to overly condition the youthful mind. Refusing to overly condition the youthful mind. She looks out for them and provides warnings lest they wander too far from their authentic path. But she also encourages the child to learn who they are, to courageously explore their world, and to enjoy their freedom. Yes. Irrespective of our personal experience with our biological mother, the divine mother energy is the soul. In the soul is loving, protective, available, and kind. Available. This inner mother love enables us to develop our own sense of personal value, belonging, and home. In connection with the inner divine mother, we feel loved, wanted, and held. We know ourselves well enough to understand what we need, and we value ourselves enough to live in such a way that our needs are met. We recognize that we matter, no matter what. No matter what. That's it. I'm not reading anymore. Okay. If you want to get these cards, those are the ones. They're really good. Lots of nipples, though, so be prepared. Anyway. Was there anything else to share about this perception? I think there was, wasn't there? Being a hero. Jumping and leaping and Why did the A-Team thing come to mind? Am I going to be copyrighted because of that? Do you think? I've no idea. I've never played music and anything online before. Am I supposed to be using another card right now? Or is there something else I'm supposed to do? Any ideas? Any ideas? Any ideas? You know it, girlfriend. What the hell am I doing? What's going on? What's the perception of me right now? I don't feel terribly wise, to be honest with you. I feel a bit all over the place. I feel incredibly all over the place. Like I've lost the plot. Completely lost the plot. Okay, well, what's the harm? Mystical Shaman Oracle deck and guidebook. The biggest book on the planet. In the biggest box. With average sized cards. Even that's slightly smaller than those ones. Funny, huh? Right. Sorry. Let's see. Final message for whoever is watching about the limits of perception in the human story. What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the story we're telling ourselves? Who are we? Why are we telling ourselves the stories that we tell ourselves? How did we get here? Who are we? What is it we believe in? Why do we believe in it? Who told us stuff? Where did that come from? What did I take from those things? What did you take from those things? What journey are we on? What journey am I on? What journey are you on? Do you know? Have you chosen? Is it conscious? Are you conscious of your decisions? Are you aware of why you want to get to where you want to go? Or are you just floating through life, allowing things to happen, which is awesome, if that's your intention. But if you're doing that without conscious thought or conscious awareness or the ability to know that that is what you're doing and that's what you're choosing to do, you're just allowing yourself, because you're floating through distraction to distraction to distraction. The next thing to distort, to numb, you numbing. Is the journey a numbing journey? Or is the journey one of joy, hope, fun, enjoyment? Did I just need to hold these cards or something? There's nothing going to... Okay, that one. Many paths. Look at that. Lovely. Oh my God. There are many paths, right? What path are we on? Why are we on it? Why is the path we're on the one we've chosen for right now? Is it one we want to stay on for the future? Is it going to take us where we want to be? Is the path the intention? Are we aware of the path we're on and why we're on it? So many questions. This is part of being a detective. This is part of believing in yourself as well. It's part of remembering who you are, your own inner wisdom. Because without awareness of where you are, what path you're on, the journey that you're on, the reasons why you're on that journey, the awareness is remembering. The awareness is remembering, being conscious. You are being conscious. You are conscious. You are consciousness, living human experience. But we can live unconsciously so easily these days because we've got all these distractions. We've got these distractions that can numb the brain, and therefore we are living unconsciously. We are living subconsciously. We're living from a brain that is asleep and that is just automatically going from A to B to C to D, because those are the steps you take to survive the day-to-day life of being human. There are many paths that we can take. There are many routes that we can make. There are many stories that we can create. And often, we get stuck and we become late. But divine timing, divine awareness, conscious awareness of who we are, what we're doing, why we're doing it, the path that we're on, the journey that we're going to take, the things we want to change. You might want to change anything, but that's fine. Fantastic. Don't change it if you don't need to, if you don't mean to. If it's not a requirement right now, you're perfectly happy. And you're aware of the fact that you're happy. You're aware of the fact that this is the path that you're on. You know the reasons why. And yeah. I think that's it. I think that is everything. I do believe we can stop there, actually. Many paths. The human story and the limits of perception. Yawn. Okay, that's it. or ending. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.